Hello, welcome to the race by race preview for Sha Tin on Sunday. A 10-race program coming up, including 2 Group 1 races featuring Skyfield in one and Golden 60 going for history in the other. Joined on the panel today by Nick Child and Tom Wood. And Tom, with no Paul Alley, you've got a couple of snippets of information as far as the jackpots go. Yeah, there's a couple of jackpots, Mark. In the second double trio, there's $1 million going through with their races 6 and 7 for the second double trio. So the estimated dividend there, $5 million. And for the triple trio, of course, races 4, 5 and 6, there's a jackpot there. So the estimated dividend for the TT is also $5 million. Yeah, Nick, you join us as well. Quite a number of first starters on the program too.
There certainly is. I mean, all the focus will be on a couple of Group 1s. Naturally, obviously, Golden 60 in the Stewards Cup, and we've got Skyfield in the race for the sprinters. But the newcomers certainly do look very interesting. We've got a nice blend of them as well, from Australia, Brazil, and 1 or 2 other places as well. So it's an intriguing card.
There's plenty of them lining up in race number 1 as well. They haven't raced overseas, the horses in the first, so they're making their worldwide debut for the DB Pin Handicap over the 1,000 metres. Island Shine, second start for the season. The 1 cow blinker comes off, the full blinkers go back on. Turbo Power, 2 starts, course and distance for a win and a place. Happy Fat Cat ran 9th on debut, but he laid out badly down the straight. Splendid Star comes back from the all-weather 1,200 metres onto the 1,000-metre turf. Kowloon Star, he's back from the Happy Valley 1,200 to the Sha Tin 1,000. Cheval Valiant wears a hood for the first time. Akka Power has the tongue tie off, and Give Way Please Tom, he resumes, minus a shadow roll for Derek Long and David Hayes. Yeah, and the speed in this race looks to come from Give Way Please. Cheval Valiant was up on the pace but was no match for Super Fortune last start. And Kowloon Star, he's a little bit of a quirky one. He has missed it in the past, but he has also got away okay, but he can be a little bit awkward out. The newcomers, Fortune Marbo, he's got some speed. Lucky Gore's also got some speed, and California Veins, the other newcomers, also got some speed. The 4th newcomer, Chunwan Glory, he was just off the pace in his most recent trial, but was hard ridden. And good, the expected tempo down the 1,000-metre straight, as you would expect. Our first replay here, Nick, does feature Cheval Valiant. Tom mentioned it, Kowloon Star. You could be gone at the start, but if he jumps, he's right in play normally. Yeah, he certainly could be, couldn't he? As for the horse in question in the yellow silks, obviously he's a horse who has been off the track for a little while, but they've changed the headgear around with him. And look, it was a nice run in defeat on this occasion. No match for the winner, who's a pretty nice type, but it was a very good run in defeat. It was interesting they put the hood on him for the first time. He's had 2 trials coming into this. The last trial wasn't a lot of pressure put on. Super Fortune, of course, has been a little disappointing since that win, hasn't been able to go on with it. He missed the start and then he had to cover some ground, ran to the front and faded last time. Super Fortune. El Jefe, Tom, didn't he make some ground up last time? He steamed home 22.72 his last 400 metres. He was basically last at the 400 metres also, El Jefe. He's dropped 19 pounds. I don't know if that's a concern or not, Nick, but he really steamed home. But he is just a one-time winner, but he had won a trial prior to this also. He had, and his form over this 1,000 metres doesn't read too badly. A 5th, a win, a 5th and a 2nd, which includes this race here. So the horse that beat him, I think, is pretty useful. That's Galaxy Witness, and he won a trial recently at Happy Valley. So, yeah, the form's okay. Hopefully he jumps on terms and he can be that bit closer this time in. And speaking of trials, Nick, we make our way up to Chungfa now. This is a first starter for Tony Cruz. California Veins, he's had 5 trials. He has. He's been well schooled, the son of Hinchinbrook. And last time out, look, this trial at Chungfa, he was pushed out to finish his trial. He's got a tongue tie on for the first time, and he is, Tom, a half to 7 winners. They include the likes of Eurozone and a horse that raced here quite successfully, encouraging. Yeah, a couple of them, Group 2, were winners as well. Was with Peter and Paul Snowden prior to arriving. He's £1,188. He was $240,000 out of the English yearling sale. I'd be keeping him safe, certainly on a minor line if I was playing exotic tickets on the way he has trialled up. Lucky Gore, Tom. Now, this is 2 trials ago. He played up really badly on the all-weather in a trial after this and finished down the track, but this over the 1,000 metres. Yeah, so I think you've got to take him on this trial here. That last trial, he was out of it, beaten into 10th placing there. He trialled in Australia prior to arriving at Ballarat with Logan McGill, and he'd won that trial. He's done enough, I think, to suggest he can run a decent race first up. Nick, he's got good enough gate speed.
Yeah, he has exactly. That's exactly the point I was going to make. He has shown good gate speed, which is going to be a key asset to him over 1,000 metres because they'll run along quite quickly. But yeah, he's been trialling okay.
Fortune Marbo, Nick, he's had the 3 trials. Give Way Please is first up for the season. Hasn't raced since June. He always trials well, but hasn't brought it to race day yet. Yeah,
on the latter, I mean, 235 days off the track is obviously a fair old while, and he's probably drawn the wrong side as well. And as for the newcomer Fortune Marbo, he was third and fifth in a couple of trials in New Zealand, Tom. So again, he's another one with plenty of experience.
Yeah, and he's boxed on okay there in a trial, beaten a little way. A couple of trials since have been okay. I'm going to give Way Please one more chance because I've been a fan of him right the way through. He's had surgery to correct a roaring condition. He's put on a bit of weight, and I think he is better than a 44 rated horse, which he currently is at the moment.
All right, so your top 4 selections, Tom, for the first.
Yeah, on top is number 12, that is El Jefe. If he can bring that sort of run like he did last start to the 4, I think he can go close. Just a one-time winner, however. 14, Give Way Please. Shadow Roll comes off. He's put on the weight, but he's a horse that has always trialled well. Lucky Gore, he's 1,206 pounds. I've liked his trials. And Turbo Power ran 10th last start behind August Moon. Made some minor inroads late. Did cover some ground in the run. 12, 14, 7 and 2.
Yeah, I've got Turbo Power on top here in what looks quite an open race to kick things off this weekend. I think his form, especially when you go back to that run when third behind Lightning Storm, reads well over this sort of course and distance. El Jefe goes in as well. Chevelle Valiant in for third. I think he can run his race. And California Veins, the newcomer, keep him safe. He's not been trialling too badly. 2, 12, 11 and 4 for me.
It's one of the first starters who's an early favourite. Lucky Gore's come up at 5.2 for Joe Moreira and Casper Fownes.